I noticed his at first. I didn't notice yours because I was worried about other things in your.
That was the whole.
What?
Funny story. Joke. The whole reason we're both doing it right now. For one thing, I'm doing the pop thing every week now, and I was going through stuff at the old house, and I didn't realize I had 2 Mando pops. I realized I bought one myself, and then my dad asked me if I had him. I said no. Where are you going?
That's what you told your dad?
Yeah, I told him I didn't have one, so he got me one.
Like, no, where are you going?
Yeah, I was like, is that what you said to your dad? So
you didn't restart already, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, are we starting the podcast or not? We need like an actual cut tape start for the podcast.
Every time we record, I say I'm starting my recording. I've never not done that. I've never not done that.
That doesn't mean that's actually where we're starting the podcast.
Well, you started talking about the Mandalorian pops, which we were going to talk about in the podcast. So the podcast already started the moment you mentioned the Mandalorian pops. You started the podcast, sir.
I can't even understand what you're saying because it's echoing.
Don't mind the echo. It's annoying as hell. But Andrew you just saw him a minute ago. We moved finally. We're in the same room, so I gotta get used to talking really, really low again.
Join the club.
Welcome to our ASMR video. Where are you going?
Oh, I know where he's going.
I thought that's where he was going the first time.
Yo.
I was gonna get hit. What the heck? Yeah, we're waiting on Jason's previous-ish, whatever you would call it, roommates to move so we can take our own rooms. I'll be in the room Jason is sleeping in. He'll be in this room that we're sharing, and Andrew's going to get their old room. But for the time being, we had to get out of our place, so we're here, and Kevin's not.
So I crammed them in a closet, and there they are.
Yeah, it's a pretty big closet, though.
Close enough to won't manage.
It's a very swank closet. It's
a big closet.
There's like a mini closet in the closet, too.
Well, we can't use that closet.
No, because my D&D cabinet's in there.
All right, I can't do that. It's too much in my peripheral vision. Unless I could put him here. No. Oh, wait.
It's not going to stay.
Trust me on this. I'm a magic man.
Yeah, like this. My mic's on the left side, so if he's in my way...
It's a bobblehead, dude. You're not going to...
If he's in my way, like, it's on the screen I'm not using right now.
Yeah. Oh, dude, when my leg's shaking, it bobbles. This is great. So, yeah, no, we're filming today. There's not a lot to really cover that I remember because most of the stuff I had one thing I wanted to talk about because we've been getting a lot of questions lately about Redirected again. That's really the one thing, but other than that, Andrew's pretty much knowing everything like usual. So
not really this week.
Yeah, where's the list, Mr. List Man?
We don't do list.
He never makes the list. I literally was always the one that made the list.
I send him the news and he makes the list.
And even then, I don't use the stuff you send me. I make the list off of stuff I look up that day.
Great, thanks.
What?
Nice to know I'm useful.
Yeah.
What, you expected anything you did to be used?
Come through, yeah.
Mando, can I be your baby Yoda and we
That's
just go off to a far, far away galaxy?
He has a name.
Being it prideful, NF's going on tour and is going to be in Tampa. And
what does that have to do with prideful?
Because that's one of his songs.
One of his songs, the new album.
Oh, I'm like, I don't get the reference.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he's coming out in October, and they're starting sales tomorrow. So I'm really hoping maybe get tickets if they're not expensive.
But you just get the really crappy ones for $30.
They're gonna be sold out within like the first 2 weeks. Tampa, especially.
Yeah. It's gonna suck though, because that's like a drive to get up there just to see a concert for one night and then come back.
Road trip.
It's
only like a 2, maybe 3 hour drive. Most.
To Tampa?
It's about 3 to 4.
Yeah, it's about 3.5, 4 hours to get to Tampa.
Because to Orlando, it's 3 hours.
I was about to say, it's about 2.5, 3 hours to get to Orlando. And then it's another hour or so outside of Orlando to get to Tampa.
So I went to Tampa for my
bat mitzvah?
My I'm not Jewish. No, I went to Tampa for the championships for band.
Hold on. Pronounce that one more time.
Bat mitzvah?
Yeah, no.
No, he's a robot.
What?
It's his.
Wait, no, hold on. I might be wrong about something.
I'm confused now. Did I answer the
There's a
wrong
bar
question?
mitzvah and there's a bat mitzvah.
What is a bat mitzvah?
It's for robots. It's when they become
Why?
Jewish. I don't know.
Why? What goes on through your brain?
Everything. Usually bullets.
Yeah. No. I was right. I was right in my understanding or my memory. Sorry, I've got a bit of a migraine, so I don't know if my brain's working properly. And no, he is not, in fact, a girl.
Yeah.
He is.
I know, but the way he was starting to word it, for some reason, bat mitzvah was the first word to come to mind. I was hoping he would get there.
Yep.
So where were you going?
To become a teenage Jewish girl?
Robot. My life as a Jewish
Did we
teenage
just?
robot.
I was about to say, did we just make a '90s cartoon?
Speaking of old shows that are being remade, we watched iCarly, the remake they just did like last week.
I haven't yet. How is it?
It's good.
Wait, he was saying something wherever he is on my screen.
I'm here.
You were talking about your Jewish bat mitzvah.
I feel like Dora. Do you know where he is?
Do you see Andrew?
I don't.
Well, I mean, you do see yourself on your screen. I know. I was there a minute ago. I could.
Your complexion today is just—it's crazy. Like I look like a zombie. You
look
like
I don't know if you can
perfect.
see, but there's like a light right there.
Yeah, you look perfect.
What even is that?
Aw.
Like usually you don't like your camera's like kind of like.
Wait,
pale.
that's dude, the light shining so much. Like that's the curtain.
You mean the sun?
Well,
Oh, that's the curtain behind
through the
you?
curtain. Yeah,
That's cool.
that little reflection right
It's
there.
not even that bright outside.
That's on the curtain.
A little bit of sunlight coming through the tree, coming through the curtain, coming through the hedge. Coming through the hedge to the tree, the curtain. There's a frog.
Anyway, you were telling a story. You went to a thing and you saw and you did with the bat mitzvah.
Yeah.
What was it?
What? I didn't say anything about the bat mitzvah.
We know you were. You were saying something along the lines of going to
Stop
something.
manipulating me.
We're not manipulating you. You did it yourself.
Shut up.
What was the story?
You're the one that's now 67%. That's all I'm saying.
And
What?
anyways,
Manipulating yourself.
shut up. Yeah, we went to Tampa for the marching band championships every year. So you know the Tropicana Dome?
The what?
Yeah. Tropicana Dome.
Oh, I heard Tropicana dump, and I'm like, what?
No, that's where
That's where they pour all the undrank Tropicana. That's
we went to like a high school, one of the high schools in the area, for like the semifinals, and whoever got finals went to that dome to perform in there.
What year did you join marching band?
SpongeBob style.
I joined in 2013 when I was a
Well,
freshman.
now okay, that's okay. I meant school year, not like year. I don't need to know that.
Oh, freshman.
I figured you were like a band middle school kid too, but I guess not.
I was.
That's what I meant.
I've been in band pretty much all throughout school.
Was there band in elementary school?
I just heard you laugh and then heard you laugh through his microphone.
My laugh is loud, isn't it?
I can hear you shaking, by the way. I hear the chair.
I'm not even moving.
You're gonna break.
You know what
the chair.
I've always been really impressed by? The fact that my camera doesn't shake with my legs shaking the way they do.
Oh, you know what doesn't impress me? The fact that it was the same at my old house, but this desk isn't very sturdy. So that my desk at my house, like my real desk, is like built different.
Built different.
Well, you've got that. What is that? Solid oak or whatever it is. Like,
old style desk.
Edge to edge. Yeah.
It's almost
And
as old as your
this is-
desk.
It's old. It's probably
Yours is a little
probably
bit
around
older.
the same time as this. This is an old steel desk.
Mm-hmm.
Like this thing is. You talk about built different. I could do jumping jacks on this desk. It wouldn't care.
You and I moved it here when you moved to your dad's house. That was
Yeah.
fun.
Still don't have the drawers in it.
But so we live here.
We live here now.
The
Welcome.
move was not at all
It was a stressful week.
It was a
Yeah,
stressful
almost.
week because we all got sick at the same time as moving. It was literally. I feel like us getting
Well,
sick was the worst part.
you guys were fine.
I've
It
been
was
to
me
work.
during the move.
I've been to work. What, one day this week?
2, I think.
2 days this week.
Yeah.
I really shouldn't
And
have gone to
I
work.
came home
on
early
Wednesday.
one day.
Andrew, every time I came home or went inside, I was like, Jason didn't go to work. Should I wake him up? And I'm like, well, maybe he's sick. I'll leave him alone.
I've still got like massive sinus pressure
Yeah.
from
You
like
couldn't
the
talk.
back of
You
my
got it really
nose
bad.
up through. Huh?
You got it really bad compared to us. I don't know about Dennis, but like
I still have the nasal stuff, but it's nothing crazy.
Well, you guys remember what I sounded like the past 2-3 days? You
Sure.
can still hear some of it, but
Oh, there's the citrus thing. I was like looking for it. We went to the store before we started the podcast, and Jason says citrus or lavender, and I said lavender, and Andrew said the same thing, and I thought you
No,
put it
you
in
said
here.
citrus.
I said citrus.
You both said citrus. You didn't say lavender.
Yeah, I was thinking citrus, lavender, but I wanted citrus.
I used the lavender.
I like the lavender one too, but I wanted the tropical smell. But yeah, the move went. We had a heart to heart with our previous roommate. We went back that night and it started pouring down rain. He comes out and was like, I guess we'll see you in the next life. And my response to that was, what, when we die? I don't have to see you till I die.
Like this, I don't know what other response he was.
And he was like, no. He's like, why do you say that? And I'm like, you know what the next life is, right?
The next life. Like, what do you even?
Oh yeah, that was that was the same day that we came back, and Andrew and I put together his new desk and his TV stand, and I put the desk I put the desk together wrong 3 times. Like I just flipped it around the wrong way 3
built
times.
it backwards.
I built it upside down basically. It still worked.
You ever seen the picture of somebody who built the chair? And then they got the back and everything in the right position. So there's the back, and then there's the legs, and there's 2 legs facing up on the front instead of down.
Yeah,
that's Dennis building a desk or a chair or anything from IKEA.
You want to know his response to it? Because that's one thing I have to say about you. You make a lot of mistakes, but you're really good about fixing them. And that's pretty cool. And he goes, you must make a lot of mistakes. And I go, well, it doesn't help that I am a mistake.
When you make enough of them, you learn how to fix them.
That's what I've made so many mistakes that eventually got to the point that I go, oh, there's the problem, and I fix it right away. But he was like, he literally he said all this, and then I look at him and I go, doesn't help when you're a mistake yourself. Yeah, that was
we're called accidents.
Happy little accidents. No, I was planned from what I was told.
Oh, so you were a mistake.
Andrew, are you a mistake?
Honestly, I can't tell you that. I don't know.
Is it like confidential?
It's like Andrew's like, I never asked.
I did.
I always thought I was adopted.
Yeah. Like, I'm here.
I always thought I was adopted, but then I realized I'm too much like my grandfather.
I was told I was adopted at first.
You were told?
Yeah, my parents told me I was adopted.
Why?
I don't know.
Why would they do that to you? It's so harsh.
They wanted him to know that they chose him.
Normally the children chooses who wants to live, but we chose you.
What?
Pokemon.
Are babies like murderers?
No, they fight to death.
Your baby in the house, they choose who's going to live and who's going to die.
I don't think we should get it too far into talking about how babies are made, but I was gonna say like they fight and stuff. What is that noise?
Is that your chair?
No.
Oh God! His computers are both sideways because he has 2 computers. They're both sideways up against the back of his desk. He's rubbing his toe on the fake tempered glass. And I just go, "What is that? Did you hear that?"
No, I could hear you. Like I could hear you going, "What is that?"
I just hear.
Oh, I could hear the sound through here. I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, I was like, "What the heck?"
These are pretty good about noise canceling. So like, I can barely hear you guys when you're loud.
These 3 weeks are going to be something else because literally, if we had webcams during recordings, you would just see Andrew and I turn around and look at each other. Like last night we played
Constantly.
Phasmo with Kevin last night just to try out the new ghosts that are in the game, which are crazy in the new house. And there were some points where when I was dead, he was watching my screen, and when he was dead, I was looking at his screen. And the best part was he walked outside to call his mom, and I moved his character without any tools into the house and hid him in a locker, as Kevin and I had everything on us and started playing the game. And there was a hunt. Andrew was still outside, and the hunt started happening, and the ghost was going around. And I was like, Kevin, I'm like, I may or may not have just gotten Andrew killed. I'm like, I hope he doesn't die in there. And sure enough, he didn't die. But I was like, no. Moral of the story: lock my computer before I leave the room. That came through twice.
Have you been watching TikTok still lately?
No.
No. So you don't know that Beer Bong John, Youth Pastor Ryan, and
Jennings, the whole pouring freaking sparkly dust in the room again.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
Okay. I just like they're talking about prank wars, and I'm like, okay, yeah, but also no. Like you guys just keep doing the same thing to each other over and over and over again. Like where's the escalation? Where's the change? Where's the prank? Like the prank happened, and then happened again, and then happened again. I'm like, no, you're doing this wrong.
So since it's the three of us, we'll call this the roommates cast. Can we all be in agreement that
Roomcast?
We're not going to prank each other like that. At least nothing that requires cleanup, please. I don't feel like Andrew. No. As soon as I come home, Andrew going, "Hey, I need you to clean my room. Jason did something in my room." Oh, you guys do something to me, I'm literally gonna go in your room with a lighter and catch your crap on fire.
If my door locks, I'm locking my door at all times.
It's like, you want escalation? I'll escalate it.
Oh, you think that lock's gonna help your door? Oh no, it's easy to break into these stupid locks. I broke into Manny's room all the time, even with a padlock on the door.
Do you know how many times I lock myself out of my room? Neither do I. It's significant.
Dude, I locked the bathroom door one time. Jason was at my house. I think it was when the bed bugs were, he came to the house to sleep. And I'm taking a shower. Dude unlocks the door while I'm showering and shoots me in the shower with a giant Nerf gun. Like, there is no privacy.
And no, I don't think it was during the bed bug thing.
You were there. I don't know.
But yeah, I came actually.
It was this giant one. I'm literally in the shower, soap in my eyes.
It was this one.
Puts it over the shower and shoots me in the head.
Oh,
you didn't hear the door?
It was quick too. It was just open the door, pow.
Well, no, I heard the door and I go, "No, Jason." And I'm like, "I have soap in my eyes, Jason." And then he shot me, and I was like, "Jason, I have soap in my eyes." But yeah, we're here. Redirected is only going to get worse from here.
Still at the bottom.
If you're new here, welcome. If you're old here, welcome.
If you were a child,
welcome. You know what's great?
No.
Is except for like really bad nights, I'm still pretty awake when I get home from work. And you guys are just waking up shortly after.
Please don't. I'm already going to have a bad day at work. Please don't do that to me.
He's just gonna come out the door. He's gonna be like walking towards the bathroom. He's gonna hear something like stir in the living room. Look down and just be like, "What is?"
Worst part is when
you're just gonna see me laying. You're just gonna see me laying on the floor in the living room underneath a blanket.
The worst part is when we get our own rooms at night. My door stays open because I let her roam the house usually, and yeah. Feel like you come home from work and I'm just gonna never get sleep. You woke me up twice last week and gave me one day you gave me oatmeal dinosaurs and I'm like, it's not morning for me yet. I
thought you'd be awake.
His alarm doesn't wake me
up. I didn't hear the dinosaurs part. I heard the oatmeal part.
No, it was oatmeal dinosaurs.
It was oatmeal dinosaurs.
Dinosaur oatmeal.
It makes it better.
There's dinosaur eggs.
That's the only type of oatmeal I still buy.
I
don't buy it that often, but I'll just be like, I'll be walking through Publix or something, and I'll like see it as I pass it. But yeah, I'll get it this week.
If you buy it, give him some. He's never had it.
You never had dinosaur oatmeal?
I don't like oatmeal.
Yeah, but you just said you might like this one.
I didn't say that.
Oh, you said
You can
something.
go back in recording. I did not say
You
that.
said something along the lines.
Stop putting words in my mouth.
So something along the lines of I try it or something. Or that sounds good.
What did you just say?
You said something along the lines of that sounds
Hold
good,
on,
and I don't like
let me
oatmeal.
repeat that. Let me repeat that. Hold on.
You said something along the lines of I don't like oatmeal, but that sounds good.
Oh no. I said I don't like oatmeal, but that's great.
We want to
Like
try
the
it.
fact that it's dinosaur.
No, just yeah. It's just the idea of a grown man, especially this hairy grown man, just walking into your room in the morning with 2 bowls of oatmeal, just going, "I made breakfast."
You want to try it, Andrew?
No,
Why not?
I've tried multiple types of oatmeal. I just don't like it.
Though we never had this kind of oatmeal.
I don't care.
Have you had it with boiled milk? That's apparently
Yeah,
boiled.
I about to say, did you make your instant oatmeal with water or with milk?
All of them. I've tried a bunch.
What, you tried chocolate milk? You tried Sprite too? Be more specific,
you-
man.
Hold on. When you made the instant oatmeal, any of the instant oatmeals, what
Mhm.
did you make them with? What hot fluid did you use to activate the oatmeal?
I don't really have it hot. I had just milk.
Well, there's your problem. Oatmeal's
You
meant to
did
be
it
boiled.
entirely wrong.
You ate it like
You did it-
cereal. It's
You
not a
ate it like
cereal.
What are you talking about?
Oatmeal is meant to be boiled, so it's like spaghetti. It's hard if
You're
you don't
supposed
boil
to
it.
cook it. You cook it.
Well, I never did it at Boy Scouts. We always ate it
You don't-
cold.
No.
Because you guys were
No.
trained to be in the Marines. I don't know, man.
I'm just saying how I've always eaten it.
Well, then you're eating it wrong. Jason, buy some dinosaur ones. Make this man try it.
Screaming.
Janice Cinema.
Oh, my inner child is screaming.
Who's Jenna Cinema?
I said dinosaurs mixed with Jason. Janice Cinema. Jason, buy the dinosaur ones
making
and
you
force it
oatmeal.
down this man's throat.
I'm not eating the oatmeal.
I'm making you oatmeal.
No.
Clearly you have no room to say you don't like oatmeal because you have never a day in your life eaten oatmeal.
I
You've
agree with
eaten
him.
you've eaten soggy oats is what you've eaten. That's not
That
oatmeal.
sounds like a really
You've
bad
eaten
cereal.
wet oats.
That sounds like a
it's
really
like
bad
the Hall-
cereal.
No, that's the Hall & Oates cover band.
Soggy oats.
Oh. We were talking about my grandfather last night. This is like a little bit bad, but off topic. But we were talking about like old cereals and stuff at dinner, and he was like, "Man, I remember when Bruce Jenner was in the box of Wheaties." I'm like, "I remember when Bruce Jenner was a man." And that was the best part of the night.
Rude, but it's funny to say that to Kenny. Like I can just imagine Kenny just to pause, and then everything goes back to normal.
He just laughed.
Because, like, he doesn't seem like Kenny's not going to raise a fuss over it, but it's still going to catch him off guard just because he's not going to immediately think about the fact, like, of what's changed since,
Yeah,
of the developments
you'd be
in Jenner's
surprised.
life.
This man, they came to me in the car, and they're like, "Have you watched the guy that makes squirrel traps on YouTube?" I'm like, "What?" They go, "We've been watching this dude that makes squirrel racing things on YouTube for them to get the walnuts." I'm like,
I know who they're talking
okay.
about.
He goes, and then he's like, "Yeah." He goes, "I watched this." My grandma was like, "I watched this lady that like." They start talking about like these YouTubers like him and I would talk about Vanos's crew together, and I'm like, "What is going on? You guys are like almost 70. And you guys are watching YouTube."
That's not what I mean, though. I just mean Kenny being Kenny. Like, the fact that Kenny will do the ultimate version of that parent thing where you go through all of the names, but he'll go through your extended family
No, he goes to the
and
dead dogs.
everybody else's pets for the past 40 years.
He goes through
before
all the
he
dead
finally-
dogs. He called me Ollie and Daisy once, and I'm like, "I'm not a dead dog, Grandpa." He used to be worse. He got better actually since his vertigo. Like before he had his sinus or nasal or whatever surgery that was causing a lot of his.
I was about to say,
vertigo.
I figure since he stopped working, since he properly retired and started getting some of his medical things taken care of,
Oh no!
now that he's
no, that made it worse.
what?
The not working made it worse. He got his surgery years ago.
No. Hasn't he been dealing with some of that since he retired?
He's been dealing with vertigo since he was 40.
No, but hasn't he been like dealing with it since he retired?
He hasn't gone. The only thing he's done is a colonoscopy.
Huh.
He
I
got when I was like 11, he got a sinus cavity removed or something that was pushing on his equilibrium somewhere. I don't remember the whole details, but I remember his nose was
It's like
cut
I
open.
don't know how it works, but a thing was pushing on a thing and making him move.
And they removed that, and that actually that's when his vertigo started getting better. But I don't know also because I only see them like during the family outings now because COVID and they're remodeling their house, so they're not letting anyone come in the house right now. So
I thought Kenny was actually getting the stuff taken care of now that he doesn't have to worry about going into work tomorrow.
No, my grandmother's the only one, which is good for her. I mean, she got some other problems. She can't poop.
Me too, man. Me too.
I can poop. It's nice. I got my dad's poop.
Moving on.
So, Sea of Thieves tomorrow or this week. Yeah, Captain Jack Sparrow's an AI, as Andrew told me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I told you, Jason, you weren't there.
I just want to know how they're gonna do him. Like, I want to know how they're gonna animate him, who they're gonna have voice him. Like, I want to know if it's actually gonna be Jack.
It's
or
not.
if it's just gonna be somebody that looks like Jack.
No, it's not Johnny Depp.
Well, I don't expect them to hire Johnny Depp to voice a game character.
Yeah, the actual thing consists of like 5 tall tales to go through, and the whole purpose of these tales is that Jack finds like the greatest treasure in the world, supposedly, and
Friendship.
Why'd you guys both look over? In unison, both of you guys looked over.
Well, the best thing is like you're right there, and I actually heard it, so I just went, huh? Just put it like mine.
I can't. There we go. That's fine.
That works.
It looks like ours are doing this. Like they're passing by each other in traffic. Okay.
This is what Rush Hour looks like on Mandalore. Just jetpacks.
I want to get the one where he's holding Grogu.
Do you think when they're commuting around Mandalore, they've got like a button on their thumb for a horn?
I hope so. I hope someone else has their key one day and they just keep pressing the button for them. Makes their jetpack go. No, you know, like the motorized skateboards. That's how the jetpacks work. Is they have like the controls in their hand. So that's totally how it works. Someone could steal the remote and pilot them on the ground like a freaking RC plane.
Okay, not a condonance. Don't condone anything they ever did. But Viva La Bam, Bam Margera, and Vito's van or Phil's van, whoever actually owned the van, when they put hydraulics, he put hydraulics in either his dad or his uncle's van, and then he waited for them to go through a drive-through, and he had like a giant remote with all the switches for the hydraulics. And they pull up and they get to the window, and he just starts flipping switches. It's great.
See, you were saying, Andrew, before Mandalorians fell. Mandalore fell again.
The Mandalore fell?
Squirrel!
Yeah, what you were saying about the 5 tall tales and him finding the best treasure, which was friendship, and then Mandalore fell, and then Obi-Wan cried because the Duchess died, and
Grievous got away. Did anybody else hear it?
Like a sad Christmas tale.
Grievous did get away. He came and whooped freaking Darth Maul's brother's butt.
Obi cried when the Duchess died and Grievous got away. That's.
We can't say anything because Andrew hasn't finished it yet. He's watching it though. He is getting somewhere with it.
Almost done with season 1.
No, that's not even a spoiler. Grievous always gets away. Grievous just always gets away.
First season alone, like the first half is literally just Grievous.
Yes,
like
Grievous just always gets away
6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
The
But-
series is so worth it, though. But
Beautiful.
back to what you were saying, Jack.
Other Disney property.
So, anyways,
Hashtag not sponsored.
not sponsored yet.
They won't sponsor us.
I know. Sad boy out.
I don't know if we manage to keep things clean enough. Like we could be an official Disney Channel.
I want to do that. I want to make a Disney Channel logo. Hi, I'm Dennis
My
from
name's
Redirected,
You're watching Disney.
and you're watching Disney Channel.
I'm not gonna lie, I just drew the McDonald's logo.
I think I just drew a dead dog.
You're like,
Yeah, I don't know.
Your logo went away at the end of that.
Okay.
You went like this, and then just crashed like Mandalorian did.
So, anyways, Jack finds his treasure, right?
Oh yeah, the greatest treasure of all. French.
Are you good?
I got it on my nose. It's so sweet. You just like no contact. So anyways, Jack finds his treasure.
That sudden realization is what made Mando fall last time. We got to be careful.
So Jack finds his treasure, right? Stop looking, Mando.
I'm looking his base.
Look, I don't, can't say it. What you said, but I'm not going to say it.
Talk.
I'm trying.
Don't
Jack,
mind us. Keep talking.
Jack finds his treasure, right? You're a bunch of childs, you know that. Jack finds his treasure.
It's because we're fat, Jason.
Wait, which one of us is Julia? No, nothing at all. Julia Childs, no. Mando agrees. Thank you, Mando.
What do you want? Speak.
Speakaboo.
Speakaboo.
I do whatever I want. You can't get in here.
Jack finds his treasure, right? And he somehow happens to find the Sea of Thieves. And behind him, JB Jones happens to follow him.
JB Jones.
JB Jones.
JB Jones.
JB Jones.
Wait, there's already a Dutchman
Yes,
in Sea of Thieves.
the Flying Dutchman controls the spiritual dead world. Which, by the way, you're actually going to step off of his ship and actually explore that world. Because that's going to be the gateway of how they get there. It's really cool. But Davy Jones finds the Sea of Thieves with Jack chasing him, and he realizes that he can control it. And so the whole purpose is you're trying to stop him from controlling the Sea of Thieves.
So Davy Jones finds this Dutchman and realizes he can control this Dutchman, and then tries to take over the world.
He passes through somehow like Jack did, and finds the Sea of Thieves with him.
Timey-wimey, spacey-wacy stuff.
So he's what are you doing?
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
This episode's just messing around.
And he made
Hurry
like
up, we have
wrinkles on the can. He's just like it's not coming through. That's unfortunate.
This is Nate. Hello, and welcome to your ASMR session of the video.
I think we've officially
All right, sorry, Andrew. Continue
I
talking
think
about the
we've
line.
actually made the worst podcast so far.
Continue talking about Janet Jackson.
Wrong Jack.
So the Jackson 5, right? They're like this popular group.
They're all dead.
Currently? They're this currently popular group. They're not dead.
Are they dead?
I'm kidding. Talk about the Flying Dutchman.
I said what I wanted to say.
Okay. So we're playing it.
This is complete chaos.
No, it's
So
fun.
iCarly, right?
iCarly was good. No, it's
Oh.
definitely an adult show, dude.
There's people complaining right now that that Carly said like the B word. I'm not saying it here.
Yeah.
It's not
Well,
a kid show.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it. Is
They
They
drink
made
and
the
talk
show.
about sex.
They made the show for the people who grew up with iCarly
Yeah.
who are now grown up.
which is a cool thing that I've seen happening a lot recently, where they take the casts of these old shows and they bring them back, and instead of just rebooting the show and making another kid show, don't get me wrong, Girl Meets World, pretty decent. Like
My dad said he liked
kind
that.
of
so.
lived up to it. It's lived up more to its base material than like most other things that have been remade like that or rekindled like that.
Fuller House.
But there's also been a lot of taking things that were kid shows and making them young adult or adult shows, like full grown people shows for the people that grew up with them.
Yeah.
Which is
iCarly
great.
was my favorite show.
Like that's the best way to deal with nostalgia. It's not just to remember, but to like actually progress it with the people that grew up with it.
I'm excited for other shows to do that. Gavin calling you?
Absolutely not. But yeah, Disney, if you want to watch it, I got Paramount now.
You got
So-
what?
Paramount Plus. That's what it's
Oh,
on.
cool. I gotta get your Amazon.
Well, don't worry, it'll be on the TV. It's going to be in the living room soon.
There's like I think like 4 or 5 things I gotta watch.
Don't watch Invincible without us.
Yeah, we'll watch that with you on the big screen when it's out
Do what I
there.
want.
Not that.
Do
Though.
what I want.
I will delete your name off his account.
Do what I want. Do what I want.
Okay.
If you want to, honestly, you need to stop paying for Disney because I'm just going to keep paying for that.
No, I'm not gonna stop paying for Disney.
Okay.
Because you gotta remember, I don't pay for Disney for me, and on top of that, I don't want to try and reset all of my presets and
It's for
my
the
watch
girls.
list and everything. Yeah, but I keep Disney Plus for the girls.
Yeah.
Because my ex is still logged into that with her daughters, so I keep that for them.
Okay.
Which is why there's been like a month at a time where I don't even log into it. But that's not the point.
Someone's home. So we we opened up our server. Our server was always open for anyone that wanted to join, but we officially opened it up as a community thing that apparently makes it show up on Discord as a server now. So
Yeah, I found it the other day and told him about it.
I was thinking, because I thought about it today. Now I know we're underlining it, like underlining redirected with like the bases of like Christianity and stuff. But I downloaded the Bible app again today, and I was like, it'd be cool, even if it's just a recording crew for like the 3 of us, is to upload like just a verse a day for us to read at least, so we at least get something if we don't get anything. And if Kevin reads it, great. But yeah, what do you guys think?
My thing, I mean, I am not against it by any means. But as far as the greater community, like if we're going to do something like that for the greater community, I think we should have a separate chat for it.
Yeah, well, it's going to be like
my thing has always been like low pressure, because we're not a ministry. We're a community. We're a fellowship, if you want to use the Christian terms. And like, I don't want to be out here like Bio was, just constantly cram, can't do anything without 50,000 verses.
Have we
like,
really ever like the only thing we've done is talk about the fact that we go to church on Sunday and stuff. Like we haven't forced it down anyone's throat yet.
And I'm not saying we have, and I'm not saying we've tended towards that, but I do want to make sure that we have like comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like it's community, not this isn't ministry. We've worked in ministry, so you guys still do the sound and stage and stuff for the church right now.
Yeah.
Like this isn't necessarily ministry work, but I do absolutely agree that in having a chat or just doing it for our own walks.
Oh yeah. Well, I would start it in recording crew, and let's say someone watched this and joined the Discord and was like, "Yeah, I want to see that." I'd put it in the regular chat then, or not in the regular chat, but I'd make another chat channel that just is like daily uploads for that. Then I can also maybe automate it so I don't have to screenshot a thing every day. I was thinking about that because like we've been getting asked a lot more lately. Like it's funny. We're getting asked a lot, but it's not like people asking what bio is because no one still knows what bio is because I always say bio doesn't know what it is. But before we get into that and get salty, because I know
I still
I'm gonna
hope they'll get there.
about that.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm salty as all get out, but I still hope they'll get there.
Like when people ask like AJ yesterday, but he's like, "What's bio?" and I'm like, "This." He goes, "Oh." He goes, "Huh." He goes, "So is that why you started Redirected?" I'm like, "Yeah, actually, doing life together. Not like that though. Not like bios thing. Like the community thing you talked about. That's doing life together. Like that's why we have an open channel. Like,
like
the only time we're in a private channel is when we're recording together.
we're not perfect people, and
Mhm.
I for one am not going to pretend to be. Like I'm not going to stand out here and try to live up to some expectation. I'm going to do my best and try and be decent, but like I'm not going to stand out here and pretend my my dookie don't stink.
That's why like the simple thing we can do to really show that though is like with the no cursing and all that other stuff is like staying relatively clean, and it that's the best we can do.
Which to be fair, we fail on to a certain degree.
The cursing part's the best. I mean, we don't curse really that much. Like it's that ever since we started and included like every other person that's been included has gone down drastically since the beginning of the first podcast, maybe, or something. Like we all have our moments. We all get mad. I get mad at Mario a lot. I called him a crap basket yesterday, or not yesterday, or Monday's video. I called him a crap basket, and that's the closest I got to cursing him out because I almost got there.
I think, and I've been thinking about this for a while, but I keep forgetting to bring it up because it'll like pop into my head and then go away.
1 second, he's dying.
I think we need to do like an improv set with each other. Just do improv exercises where we just create these like absolutely terrible nonsensical insults so that like we have things in our brain to replace those with, because creative insults or like creative cursing where you're not actually cursing.
I do that a lot. Like instead of like saying God, I'll say "Oh my glob," stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's just pop
random
culture
food
referencing.
I'll do like random food stuff too.
If I get really, really mad, and this hasn't happened yet, but I'll say fudge biscuits instead of the F word. That's my way of not saying the F word. He'll call you cheesecake.
But I mean like truly creative, like different every time ones.
Yeah, but that's good.
Because
that's like hard to remember sometimes.
No, but that's why you don't have to remember them. That's why you do the exercises. That's the point of like improv exercises where we just throw things around like that so that our brains have them. They've been pre-made and we don't necessarily have to plan for any of them, but it becomes reflexive. Where it's just a part of our vocabulary to use these weird statements that don't really fit as much but become entertaining.
Yeah, you cheeseburger looking like you got a nugget, 2'7" to 6'3", mother hecker.
Yeah, see, this is why we need the practice.
No, that was practice right there. Now he knows that he's short.
Because you called him 6'2"?
That's called improv.
Shorter than either of us?
Called improv.
Dennis, look to your left. Your other left.
Nice job, dummy.
Hey. Wait.
Hey. Mom, Dad, what are you guys doing?
And that's how they became the Brady Bunch.
But yeah, that's really like I said, we didn't have much to talk about this week. It's kind of a dead week in terms of news because last week was the news week, and like that's the only thing I wanted to bring up again because I think last time. Can we
say news week? Isn't that a channel?
Might be.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah, we're doing. Other than that, like we're doing all right. Like we're somewhere in life. Instagram, Andrew. Guess what? It worked
What?
again. We went from like 59 followers to when I followed all 120 people I did last night that are all gaming news related on our redirected account. We're up to the brain. We're up to 78.
We're up to a whole brain. Wow.
We're up to 78 now. So yeah,
the closest to functional thought this group has ever been.
my brain died trying to think of that. I don't know what happened. Today's been a day.
One thing I did want to talk about,
Oh, God.
I literally just looked through the entire messages. Actually, two things. Sony is now agreeing to crossplay now.
Because they
Finally.
finally understand that gamers play.
I was about to say, it's like they just can't hold out on it anymore. They're like, wait a minute. Microsoft has the entirety of the rest of the market. Like, we can't not.
Well, the big thing about it is
Nintendo is like their own market. Nintendo's like the only name in portable gaming anymore. And then like Microsoft has the rest of it.
But even
PC,
Nintendo,
PC and Xbox.
Even Nintendo has crossplay games with like Microsoft and PlayStation.
Yeah,
PlayStation,
you can on the go play like
Fortnite.
Overwatch and everything, and Fortnite with your
Overwatch isn't crossplay yet.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, they just announced that they're finally bringing it.
Oh,
Destiny is though.
That's not on Switch though.
Yeah, but who cares about
Destiny
Switch?
on Switch would be great.
No, it wouldn't be. You wouldn't play it still.
It wouldn't happen.
It wouldn't get you to get back in the game, so I can actually play
Yeah,
something I enjoy to play.
I've been wondering for a while, and I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen if it does. But like I've just kind of been watching Sony go the way of Sega. Where they're not necessarily sticking to the wrong guns, but they're not getting on the ball quick enough with certain things. Like they're rooting themselves on the wrong points, not to the point of failure, but too close to the point of failure. They're just slowing their own momentum too hard.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're going to go the way or going to start going the way of Sega, where they just become game developers rather than system creators.
They won't crash that hard. They won't crash.
I mean,
that
it's
hard.
not like they bring a lot to the industry. They kind of
player exclusive games they have.
Again, game development, and that's what happened to Sega. Is Sega fell off from making the actual systems and just went to making games because that was the smart business decision at that point. And I feel like Sony's kind of going the same way, where they're rooting themselves in on the wrong points when it comes to the systems, desperately trying to hang on to that, and they're actually slowing their momentum. Their system isn't really bringing any competition. It's just console wars at this point. It's team mentality.
Console wars goes into the next thing I want to talk about. But
it does compare to the Xbox, like in terms of hardware and sales. The PlayStation 5 is the best-selling console of the next-gen consoles.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Is they're like matched.
Yeah.
It used to be you went to one system for one thing and one system to another thing. You don't do that anymore.
Well,
and
no,
the people now it's just you buy the label.
Well, you're buying the
like,
exclusives.
It's like it's like oh, I had the name and now I can only remember one of them, so I can't use that analogy anymore. But yeah, you're just fighting over a label now.
Well,
and I don't think PlayStation has the rest of the backing to survive that battle.
I don't know, man.
Because Xbox is Microsoft.
Yeah.
And the other possibility, and this might save Sony, is you look at Xbox and everything's kind of moving over to PC. Like the Game Pass is on PC now. Everything's kind of so what? Huh?
Just keep really going, but I'm gonna leave.
Well, PlayStation's already on. PlayStation games are on PC now too, though.
They're starting to bring some of those exclusives.
There've been, but Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War,
See,
Stranding.
that's
Stranding.
kind of still too like that's the pattern that I'm talking about with PlayStation, with Sony seeming to kind of lean towards making games instead of relying on the consoles. But at the same time, what might save Sony as a console maker is if Xbox just kind of goes, we don't need to make a special console anymore. The computers have caught up. The computers have even started to surpass price wise in a lot of ways. So we're just going to move over here. You have the console market. We've got the PC market. Nintendo's got the portable market.
Well,
Everybody's happy. And then everybody starts cross playing and we're good.
so Xbox, right? They came out this week, and I don't know if you remember. They made a comment when the new gen console came out. They said, "We don't care if you buy an Xbox or not."
Yeah.
They said that, and now they came out with news this week that I really want to share. I already told Dennis, but I can see why they said it.
We
They
talked about that
said
in the last
they're
podcast.
starting to bring this is this week. They're starting to bring the next gen games to the previous gen consoles for cloud gaming.
Yeah.
So you can play those next gen titles at like the better frames. It's not much better because obviously you're going through like a streaming service.
Yeah.
But you're still being able to play those next gen games at a better capability than you are on a previous console without buying the new console.
Yeah, Sony. This is my thing.
mean,
is Microsoft?
It's got good.
Microsoft cares about the gamers. Sony cares about their exclusives and making money. Sony's still going to make consoles and still do a good job making consoles. I'm an Xbox fan still. Like I had a PlayStation as a kid, but Xbox kind of eased me in with Halo, and like between the two, Sony still holds its own ground, and it only having those exclusive titles on their consoles mixed with the like NBA and all that other stuff. Like NBA is bigger on PlayStation than it is on Xbox or PC.
Yeah.
And like Sony has their thing, Xbox has their thing, and I don't see it going the way Sega went. It could, but so could Xbox.
Well, I mean, Sega wasn't doing bad, and it's not like Sega wasn't keeping up with the market. Like they were kind of ahead of the market in several places, like with the CDs and all. Like they were one of, if not the first company to start using CDs for games, and it kind of like rolled them over a little too quick.
You know how PlayStation started, right?
Wasn't
Nintendo?
Wait a minute.
Nintendo was trying to make a disc version of or a new disc reading console, and then they stopped doing the project, and Sony picked it up and finished it and came out with the PS1.
Well, and then later they came out with the GameCube.
Yeah.
Which the GameCube was fantastic because
I never had
tiny
one.
little discs and the whole game on there.
And
Nobody
the
talks about how the
adapters.
fact that they got so far ahead of everybody else with that. Like compact wise, Nintendo has always just been like miles ahead. There's just like, you can make a thing, we can make it smaller.
Yeah. Like, the little cartridges have like these big games on it now.
And if you lick them, they taste bad.
Like
Yes,
for example, like the newer Borderlands. They have 3 Borderlands game on one little cartridge. It's still great.
Well, there's also a lot of download, but
yeah,
is that fully offline? Can I like pop that in a system that's completely disconnected from the internet and just play, ready to play? Oh, okay. Then they're doing better than Xbox. Because you know how many times I got so tired of buying a disc just to download the game and then not being like, the only thing that happened when you buy a disc is now you can't turn the game on without the disc.
Yeah.
You still had to download the same amount of information. You just had a key.
That's why I switched to digital. When I bought the Xbox One when it first came out, I remember I bought. Oh, actually, the 360 had Halo 4.
We're gonna have to wrap this up.
Oh, we're good. Kevin's not here, so it's not like we can't do anything.
No, we're gonna have to wrap this up.
He has to poop. No, so that's why I switched over to digital games only, like because you had to download them and play them with a disc. So why not just buy them digital? And if I lose the disc, I can download them on my other Xboxes. I mean, I've had 3 Xboxes. You've had one. Andrew had one, and now I have Andrew's old one and my
I've
old
had
one.
all of these.
And
Yeah, like I said, you just had a physical key.
Yeah.
That's all it was. Is the disc became a key to play the game.
which was
I'm like,
so
no.
annoying.
And then you still couldn't play things offline.
At least give me the
I'm like,
case with the code inside the case to download it. I like the case sometimes. The case is actually the one thing I really want, is the cases for games.
Case is what I'm going to go into. It's the only reason I'm buying PS5 games on disc right now is because they have the special covers on them, so you can turn them inside out. They have like special designs.
Nice.
Instead of seeing the PS5 logo and everything, you get like these special editions.
I'm playing through Miles Morales right now. Oh my god. It's great. Well, where'd you go?
Bye, Jason.
Jason, you muted yourself.
He's got to go.
Oh. Okay, I guess we'll just wrap up. Jason, we're wrapping up. All right, so thank you guys for watching. We're gonna go get Kevin and hopefully film our last Minecraft in Lord of the Rings. Sadly, so thank you guys so much for watching. As always, press the like button. Hit me in the nose with that arrow. Unless Andrew has something else to say, real quick.
Subscribe, like, and comment.
I always answer comments, so if you want to talk to me or Andrew, I'll talk to him and tell him what you said so he can respond through me.
I normally talk on Discord, so if you want to join that server, it'll be in the description.
Yeah, and if you want to see daily devotionals, let us know and we'll put them in the actual regular chat rather than our only chat that we can see. And
I normally talk to Discord. You talk through comments.
Well,
you don't have Discord open all the time in your editing.
Well, the big thing is when people comment on the video, though, you should respond right away because it actually affects the algorithm.
But you see that, I don't.
Well, yeah, of course. So I have it logged in all the time. Literally, I've started using redirected YouTube as my main YouTube, which I hate doing. Like, I have a Fingernator account that has no subscribers, no channel, and I use that to watch YouTube, and that has my I'm the Finger underneath it. Anyways, let's stop.
No! Don't do that!